Hi there. I just want to quickly recap the trade that I took on Friday, January 2nd, 2026. I didn't journal the trade and I did post a video. I kind of procrastinated it a lot. I supposed to took this video on Friday or Saturday, but I didn't do that. Today is Sunday night, almost 11:46. So I have to do this post market trade breakdown video, which is very important for me. It has a lot of information here. So what happened on that particular day, why what I did, what's my thought process was, and everything. I just going to go over that. So this is the Harley time. I'm just go with the Harley time frame. So when I was in the market was reacting this 5 hour gap and trying to trade outside that range. Not I think. When I was in the morning, it was inside this range, so I was about to see some sort of higher prices in order to see um the weekly high, some sort of sell side liquidity to take. Um, I kind of fucked it up, bro. It's okay. I'll go to what are the 5 is going to happen. It's just 2 minutes, right? Okay, it's 1 hour. Okay, it's inside the fair value gap at that particular time. M15. We also have this fair value gap. Is there any point I can remove this, bro? Yes, of course. Okay. So this is the M15 time frame. So when I was in the market, it's around this place, and you can clearly see it's kind of swept and changed the state and reacting this fair value gap. So I kind of leaning towards bullish because we are inside this fair value gap. But what I did on that particular day, this is what I did. I just go to 1 minute so I can explain it even further. So 1 minute you can see, not 1 minute, not even here in 5 minutes. I think it's not so crazy, but it's you can clearly see that high change the state fair value gap. So I was like it's holding the price. So I was as soon as price fed the high, I consider it as a turtle soup. Like as soon as price here 1 minute where it's 1 minute, yeah. As soon as price manipulate higher, swept this high, respecting that M5 fair value gap. As I got that inversion and it's created the fair value gap. So I entered my position right here and expecting my draw is London low. Not a sound risk reward ratio, but I expected this to drop down. But as soon as price um, has swept this high and print one more fair value gap here, I pyramid my position right here with the 30-second confluence. So I entered my first position right here, which is around $200 risk. Then I pyramid my eval like put five more contracts as soon as I get the 30-second inversion. Overall, I was like, and I trail my stop from this point to this point, and it's inverted this candle, manipulating higher. Seems like a price inside the M15 fair value gap, inside the H1 fair value gap, price already pushing higher, and give a good inversion with the change in the state with big displacement, so we can be bullish inside this range. It's projected like that, right? This is the whole manipulation thing. Price price swept the London high and start to print the model. And once the market open, it's kind of manipulating inside the fair value gap and trade higher. So manipulating invert the buyer and take the buyer all the way up to this point. This is where the reversal happened. So it swept some sort of high, which is not a some sort of high. It is a 2 days high. Like this is the previous day high. Like this is not. So this is somewhere here. It's a previous day high. It's another day high, and it's also coupled with daily fair value, but I didn't mark it. It's a kind of a tiny fair value, but I didn't mark it, that which is very important. Some sort of sell side liquidity taken, initial change in the state, price rebalance to this big fair value. At that point of time, I was like, if it's a clean market maker buy model, it will hold the price and pushing higher. Okay. If it's not a market maker buy model, it's just a manipulation, we can expect the drop this London low for sure. And this is a major liquidity. This is a previous day low. So I was a bit confused at this particular time. Whether I going to buy or sell, I don't know. I'm just waiting for this fair value gap to give some reaction. because we already swept the high, we already give the change in the state and it's rebalanced to this value. If it flipped, if the price trade this point, I was like, I can go for an entry, put the stop with the low and targeting the weekly high. That was my plan at that particular time because I was not that clear what I'm going to do. So as soon as I identified this value of holding and did this flipped with beautiful candle, I entered my position in my eval and put my stop at right here, which is a very big fair value gap, not only in 1 minute but also 3 and 5 minutes. As soon as I get the 5 minute inversion, like almost 90% of the candle closed below, we already got that inversion, change the state, everything. So I, with the 5 minute confluence, this is, I think this should be, yeah, 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes. As soon as I identify price, we swept, try to rebalance, sorry, try to trade higher, failed at the 50 percentage of the level, and I got a big displacement candle which almost flipped the fair value up, right? Here I entered my position, put stop at high. This is my express account entries. This is my eval entry. This is where I entered my. I waited for this fair value up to flip. Was as soon as it's get flipped, I clearly know this is the confident draw this area, and if it's break and displace, we can expect even further. But unfortunately, due to fear and greed, I closed my positions. I eval position I closed here, and my live account I closed. So like my eval I closed here, my live accounts I closed here, just purely due to PNL, not basic market based closing. If it is like market open manipulating higher swept, we got an inversion, we got a clean change in the state of value with the fair value gap. We can put the stop at this point. Where we can put the stop at this point, we can expect the draw. Like if I just project this, it's clearly projected this point, bro. This is a one. This is a 2 to 2.5 level. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to manipulate to manage anything for that. It's a clean inversion, change the state with big displacement, break below. Fair value have not been getting tapped. It's keep on displacing lower. So I was great. I'm not. I felt I entered my first position right here, and I get stopped out. As I mentioned earlier, my first position I got stopped out here, and I entered my second position right here. But I was not confident. As soon as it's flipped, as soon as this big fair value gap flipped in all time frame, I was super confident to hold the position. Until then, I was bit scared because if this is a market maker buy model, it if this low protected, which means we are going to get fucked up. But most probably, if it's flipped, most probably it's not going to be the case because it's a market open manipulation thing. First 15 minutes. This is the not only that, but also it's written SMT. I didn't notice that at that particular time. I don't have that subscription in what in TradingView. So I didn't notice this guy and the daily fair value gap, everything, and it's kind of neat, beautiful initial change the state, fair value upholding. We got a clean inversion, and we got a change the state, flip, high time frame flip, big high time frame change the state with a big displacement, and what I thought about it's will rebalance to it leave the liquidity here and it's rebalance higher. So expect the price to reach this breaker to this fair value gap and print some model so can go for short again. But unfortunately, what happened here is ES ended up taking this, like ended up tapping this fair value gap, tapping this breaker. Here it's didn't. Here it's kind of reversed its direction. Here it's not even touched the M15 fair value gap. It's just reversed it right here with the M3 inversion. If you go to M3, you can see that inversion. This is the M3. Price trade all the way up to this point, and you can clearly see that inversion with big displacement. After that, there is no point for holding it. This reach this sell side liquidity, not only reach its break and displace lower, it's leave this fair value gap open so we can enter any position here and put the stop and expecting this first leg to take. But unfortunately, what I did at that particular time, I've closed my all my accounts and I just tape reading it, and I'm trying to keep on buying here. As soon as the sell side liquidity has been taken, as soon as I get this change in the state, I'm trying to long here, targeting this liquidity aligned with the M15 fair value gap. By targeting this point, this is my prime target. So what I got here is it's liquidity taken. We got an accumulation, manipulation. We got this inversion thing and change the state. Nice fair value gap. We got this inversion. A lot of confluence is good. Like you got to change the state. We got the fair value of holding. We got this inversion. It's beautiful. It's created a fair value. Everything is really, really nice, and it displays higher. It showed one narrative. It's like it's going to go higher, but it's kind of not flipping this fair value. This is very important. This is the whole move is to rebalance this fair value gap. This rebalance this break, like the break of the high, like the low. It's break this low and rebalance to this point, and then it's reverse all the way towards this level. Like it's invert this candle, it's drop all the way down, respect that consequent encroachment of the wick, then it's move higher, fail to take this high. Instead, it invert all these fair value gaps and drop all the way down, clear out the first leg. As soon as the first leg got cleared out, you can clearly see here. As soon as the first leg got cleared out, it's rebalanced to the it's rebalanced to the recently formed. You can clearly see that accumulation. I already plotted this accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Basically, right before that in the first leg, like the whole last leg getting tapped, rebalance here. We got the accumulation thing. We got the manipulation with the fair value gaps. We like to see this value of the flip. Last value getting tapped, fail to clear up this low. Instead, displace higher, break this high, close above this fair value gap, respecting this fair value gap and start to trade higher. This is where we can enter our position, put the stop at the low and targeting at least the low hanging fruit of this. The second target should be this, right? Because it has a higher probability of playing it because it's second leg. Which second leg in the sense it's already said swept the buy side, it's already rebalanced the fair value gap, and it's already expanded to a certain extent to the low downside. So the probability of it's going higher is very good. But you can, as you can see, I didn't notice this how it's played, but it's according to ICT. I watched ICT video after that. Here, the last down close candle, it's break and close above and price trade. If you plot this candle, you can clearly see the 50% of the candle holding, break above the high, which created a fair value gap, and you can clearly see the respect of the breaker and respect of the fair value gap, and price started to displace higher, close above all the fair value gaps, and this break and displace higher, tap this like the last value holding the price got ran through, tap again, run the buy side. That's it for the day. I took this entry and get stopped out, and took this entry, closed my positions around here. That was a good entry, but the confidence level was not that great. I missed the SMT and daily favor gap. That's a major confidence that I missed, and I was like kind of confused with this. Like it's bouncing off of the thing is, it's already moved to a certain extent. It's already moved to a certain extent. It's already in premium. Already took the previous day highs and lunch session highs. So there is no point for me to scared about this kind of entry because it's already took all the buy side. So I had to go for sell. I had to look from the perspective of sellers. I had to try short entries since it took the previous day highs and session highs, buy sell liquidities. So that's the only thing I kind of not feeling good about it. But you can clearly see it's a clean. So it's a break, it's rebalanced to that fair value gap in high time frame. It's kind of you can clearly see it's just a manipulation thing. The last fair value gap in 1 hour M15, you can clearly see the 115. You can clearly see the 150 getting tapped, swept all the highs, and swept this high as well, and swept this high as well. Then the next candle, big displacement. The next candle, stop trading higher, respect the consequent encroachment of the wick, and it start to displace lower, break below this low, and it flip this fair value gap. The following candle you can clearly see dropped lower. The third candle, it's not going to trade into the fair value gap because E has already tapped that, so it's reasonable, right? It's already tapped that, it stopped that breaker, so it's not drop all the way down. Rebalance to this fair value gap. Yeah, man. It's rebalanced to this fair value gap. Swept, you can clearly see the first leg swept. You can see the change the state now. Fair value gap, all good. That's it. So we will see. I'll see tomorrow in the live session. All good. Peace.